Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to class. Today you need a mat, which you should lay out on the floor like this, side on to me. Wear some sturdy athletic shoes, keep some water handy for hydration. It is leg day today. We are going to train the legs. That's my favorite day of the week. Let's get started with a warm-up and then we'll move into training our legs. Bring your feet a little wider than your shoulders. Point your toes straight ahead. Soften your knees. Hinge at the hips. Lift up. Press the hips forward. Press. And come upright. Again. Hinge, hands on the front of the thighs. Lift. Hands on the back of the hips. Press your hips forward. Knees are slightly bent. Hinge. Lift. Press. Let's do it one more time. Hinge. Lift. Press. Come upright. Now squat down and up. Hands on the thighs. I love to train lower body. Having strong legs makes a huge difference in everyday activities like climbing stairs, walking up hills, getting in and out of a chair. Walking speed in general is influenced by leg strength. So, very important. Let's do 4 more. Squat down, reach across to the left. Now, reach across to the right. Squat again, to the left, to the right. Couple more. Nice deep squat in a doable range of motion. Reach across side to side. Reach. Swivel a foot. Reach across about level with your shoulder, thumb up. Now look straight ahead so your head is staying still. You're actually rotating the whole body underneath the head. 4, 3, 2, shift side to side, shift. Now sit back. We're going to do each move for about 40 seconds. You'll have some time in between. We're going to work one leg at a time with 2 moves and then we combine it. So it's an unusual program design today, but very effective. 4, 3, 2, hold to the right. Now sink and press. Press the hips forward. Stretch the inner thigh. 1 more. Other side. Sit back and stretch your right inner thigh. Press the hips forward. Open the front of the hips. 1 more. Now turn your heels in so that your toes are turned out. Squat down, hands onto the fronts of the thighs. Now shift a little bit side to side like a sumo wrestler. Now squat. Drop your right shoulder, look up over your left shoulder. Come up to the center, other side. Press the knee back. Look up over your right shoulder as you drop the left shoulder. Lift. Repeat that. Right shoulder down. Lift. Left shoulder down. 1 more time. Press the knee back. Last one. Come back to the center. Step in. Hands on the hips. Circle your hips in one direction. Circle your hips in the other direction. Roll your shoulders back. Okay, we are warmed up and ready to go. I'm going to start my timer. Seeing as I can't count reps, I use a timer. There's my little secret. Now you know everything. Okay, we're starting with our feet about hip distance apart. You can bring your hands onto your hips or wherever you want them. Starting with a rear lunge. Right leg is the working leg, so the left leg steps back onto the ball of your foot. Here we go. Back and forward. Now lunge into a doable range of motion. As deep as you can. The ball of your left foot touches back to the floor with your heel lifted. Bend both knees, so the back knee bends just as much as the front knee. Now, if you get about halfway through the set and you need to take a break, totally okay. I get it. Especially if you've taken a break from regular workouts. Okay, next move is a sumo squat. You're going to keep your right foot at 12 o'clock. Step the left leg out to 8 o'clock. Squat and step in. Squat, down, and step in and come up. Now, pull your shoulder blades back, but sit back. Open your chest. Having good posture as you train is great practice when you're not thinking about it. It strengthens the muscles that matter. Open and step in. Open the knees. Line them up with the toes. We're going to make you think a little bit today. We're going to be thinking, hopefully I'm up for the job. I've got to cue it so that we can do it. One more. Now we combine the two movements. Shake out your legs for a moment. So rear lunge and sumo squat combined. Right leg is going to do all the work. Let's go. Lunge. Step in. Now sumo. Lunge. Back. Sumo. Lunge. Big step back, big step out. Try and take big strides. That can help your knees. Makes it a little harder to balance, but that's okay. Challenging balance is always good in my books. Open. How's that right leg? Are you feeling it? Here's the last one. Shake it out. Okay. Other side. Rear lunge. Right leg lunges back. Left leg does the work. Let's begin. And up. Now there's a balance challenge that's significant with a rear lunge. So here, to make it a little more doable, I'm keeping my feet hip distance, stepping forward hip distance, and stepping back hip distance. So step straight back from that hip distance stance. Draw yourself forward. Keep a little bit more weight on your front leg. Try not to push from your back leg. One more. Okay, sumo squat. Left leg stays pointing straight ahead at 12 o'clock. Right leg steps out to 4 o'clock. Sink down and come in. Hands on the thighs. Now pull yourself forward from your left leg. Left leg is pulling forward and inwards as you come up from the squat. Open the knees. Now if you've been doing my classes over the years, you'll know this move because it's one I like to do because it opens the hips. It enhances your hip mobility. That's your controllable flexibility. And that's really important for the hips. One more. Here we go, we combine it. Shake it out. Rear lunge and sumo combined. Left leg doing the work. Let's go. Rear lunge. Come up. Sumo. Lift. Rear lunge. Come up. Sumo. Lift. How's that left leg? I'm already feeling it. In a lot of ways, this first little combination of movements is the most challenging. It creates the greatest amount of tension in the muscle and holds it there for a period of time. Lunge. Sumo. And that makes you stronger. Lunge. Sumo. And come up. All right, shake out your legs. You got time for a quick sip of water if you're thirsty. Otherwise, let's keep going. We're starting with a combination. Well, we're starting with a side lunge and then a crossover lunge, and then when we combine it, you're going to have your thinking cap on. So I hope you've had your coffee this morning, if you're a coffee drinker. All right, feet together. Move a little bit to the left, hands on the thighs. Lunge to the right, push off and step in. Lunge and push. And push off. Keep the back of your neck long so your gaze comes forward and down a little as you lunge to the side. Keep all 10 toes facing forward. Feet are parallel, like railroad tracks. Really want to avoid turning your toe out. One more. Good. Now stay where you are. Have your feet close together. Crossover lunge. So like a curtsy, you step the left leg back. Left leg back and across and come up. Now the right leg keeps doing the work. Keep your hips square to the front. See how my hands are showing you the position of my hips. So it's really important that you keep the hips square like this. If it helps, bring your hands to the front of the hip bones and point your fingers straight ahead and align the hips straight forward, especially your left hip. Cross back onto the ball of your back foot, your left foot. One more. Very good. Now shake it out. Now we go side lunge right, crossover left. Means that the right leg is the working leg. All right, thinking caps on. Here we go. Left leg crosses back. Right leg out. Left leg back. Right leg out. Left leg back. And again. Almost there. All 10 toes face forward, hips square to the front. One more. Side lunge, crossover, and come up. Take a step to your right. Side lunge, left. Let's do the other side. Feet close together, hands on the front of the thighs. Roll your shoulders back and lift your chest. Let's go. Lunge and push off. Sit back, draw the hips back. Shift your weight onto your left leg. So you're sitting back, you shift your weight all the way across to the left. Hands are on the front of your thighs. Push off. Keep all 10 toes facing forward. Take a big step and push. Keep your right leg basically straight. One more. Crossover lunge. Now your right leg crosses back to make the left leg do the work. Chest up, shoulders back. Here we go. Cross and come up. Again, you're focusing here on keeping the hips square to the front. So pull your right hip forward a little to keep them square. If it helps, you bring your hands to the front of the hips, like this, to align the hips. Hinge forward, sink down, and come up. Ooh, feeling the fatigue on the left now. Couple more. One more. Very good. Now we combine it. Side lunge left, crossover right to make the left leg the working leg. Ready? Hands on the front of the thighs, shoulders back. Push off, cross, right leg back. Left leg side lunge. Push, right leg back, cross. Come up, left leg side. Push, right leg cross. Cross. Go deep if you can on both of those lunges. So go deep. Always in doable range of motion. Last one. And cross. Okay, let's come down to your mat. Sitting side on to me. Now, the leg that's furthest away from me is going to be your working leg. So whether that's right or left, it doesn't matter. You're facing side on to me, and the leg that's furthest away is the working leg. Pull your other knee in, flex the foot, lift the chest, and now lift and lower the leg just a few inches off the floor. You're going to feel strong contraction in the front of your thigh. Ooh, and boy, do I feel that. Okay, try not to lean back too much. Keep pulling yourself forward onto your other leg. So your back leg is the working leg. Last one. Good. Now, scooch further onto your mat. Roll onto your side and onto your back. Bend the leg that you were just working. Palms of your hands face up. Pick your other foot up. Now drive the hips up. Bridge up and lower. This gives you a nice active stretch in the front of your thigh. Press the hips high. I'm still feeling the front of my thigh. It's probably the same for you. That's a hard exercise. It looks really easy, but it isn't at all. This is also challenging because you're just doing one leg. Come up as high as you can, whatever that is. 2 more. 1 more. Very good. Bend both knees and roll onto your side to face me. And now, just rest your head in your hand. Bring your knees forward. So you've got a 90-degree bend at the hips and knees, feet together. Open the knee and close the knee. Now keep your feet together. Open the knee. Now there's a few things here that are really important. The first one, and probably the most important thing, is that your hips stay stacked. You can see I'm not lifting very high, but I'm feeling a really strong contraction right here in the glute, your rear. So that's the first thing, first 2 things. Keep your hips stacked and keep it small. And the third thing is to keep your feet, the inside edge of your feet together. 1 more. And come down, press up, and come to face the other direction. All right, straighten the back leg, bend the front knee, and pull it in. Sit tall and pull your body in to that thigh. Flex the foot. Now, lift and lower the right leg. And it's not very far. There's a slight bend in your straight leg. So the leg that you're lifting is not perfectly straight, it's slightly bent. Pull yourself forward onto your bent knee. Try not to lean back. Oh, this is so challenging and it looks so easy. If anyone walked in the room and looked at me doing this, they'd be like, what's the big deal? But I'm sure you're feeling it too. All right, done. Roll onto your side and then onto your back. Bend the leg you were just working. Palms of your hands face up with your hands on the floor. Bring your other leg up into the air. Flex the ankle. Lift the hips and lower the hips. Lift the hips and lower the hips. Keep your shoulders back. Just lift as high as you can. Enjoy the stretch that you're feeling in the front of your thigh. Press and down. Keep your working leg, foot flexed. So just your heel is touching. I'm flexing both my ankles just as a reminder. Makes it easier to remember to flex the working ankle. 1 more. And come down. Here's our last exercise. Roll onto your side. Rest your head in your hands. Stack your knees and stack your hips. Feet together. Keep your hips stacked. Lift the knee and rotate it out like you're opening a book. Now, I didn't talk about why you do this exercise when we did the other side. Keep your feet, the inside edge of your feet together. Remember, stack the hips. The muscles that we're working here, your hip rotators, really assist in stabilizing your knees and guiding your knees when you do squats and walk and lunge and go up and down stairs. They're important muscles for the alignment of your knees. I like that. I like that a lot. 1 more. Done. Okay, now take the top foot and pull it back. Opening the front of your thigh. Ooh, really feeling that after those leg raises. Good, now switch legs, but stay on your side. Bring the bottom foot in to your hand. Lay back. Press your top knee down and rotate back. Bretzel. So many different muscles being stretched here. Split your legs, drawing the top leg forward and the bottom leg back. Press your hips forward. Release the bottom foot. Bring your knees together. Bring your hands together. Lying on your side. Open back. Just using the weight of your arm to pull you back. Close the hands. Roll onto your back and pull your knees into your chest. Face your feet on the floor. Hands come out to the side. Palms up, knees side to side. One more each side. Come up. Take one leg, pull it in, flex the foot, and stretch up. Bend the knee, cross it above the opposite knee. Open the knee to the side, reach in between and take a hold of your hamstring. Flex both ankles and pull in. Deep stretch for the hip. Put your feet down, uncross the legs, roll onto your side, press up. Let's do the other side, starting with the front of the thigh, side lying. You can hold onto your shin, ankle, or wherever you can reach. This one's always challenging for me because I'm always so tight in the front of my thighs. Roll your shoulders back. Press your hips forward. Opening the front of your thigh. Good. Now bring that leg forward. Take a hold of the bottom foot. Pull that back. Bring your knee down. Lay your head down and roll the shoulder back. Split your legs, bringing that top leg forward and the bottom hip forward as you gently draw the bottom leg back. Oh, deep, 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 deep stretch. Release the bottom foot. Bring your knees together, hands together. Open the hand back like an opening of a book, allowing the weight of your arm to pull you down. And close the arms. Roll onto your back and pull your knees into your chest. Other side, press up. Hamstring stretch, cross your ankle, open your knee, reach in between and around and pull in. Stretching your rear, your glute. We worked it with those clamshells, the last exercise that we did. And come down. Roll onto your side, press up to standing. Take your time. Come up. Bring one foot forward, tuck your toes under, stop halfway. Halfway. I always like to let my blood pressure equalize before I stand all the way up, and then come up. Good, now just rotate easy, side to side. Letting the arms swing easy, swivel the foot. We are done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this important class. We strengthen the legs and hips from all angles, and it's so important to have good strength in your legs. It matters. It makes a difference in how you walk, how you climb